they're really far out.
After about a 20-minute or so tender ride, we arrived at the port of Belize City. This is a pretty simple port compared to some ports we've visited, but it does have shopping, restaurants, bars, and many stores to buy those wonderful souvenirs.
So we need to find, I think this is our, might be ours. Is this ours?
Number 16.
Lamanai?
Lamanai, yes.
Terminal 4.
Thank you.
All right, Terminal 4 it is. And it is hot here. Holy cow. I'm not going to complain. I am not going to complain because at home we have snow on the ground and it's in the probably 20s or maybe low 30s. So, needless to say, I'm not going to complain. It is very humid and I'm just going to fall into it. So we are waiting for our bus right now.
Pardon me.
Let's see if I can see her. There she is. So it's a little bit cooler right in this spot.
I see that.
Feels really good.
You're acting like a Midwesterner, Chris.
I am. We are moving.
We had to take an hour or so bus ride to get to our first location. Our bus ride afforded us the opportunity to see the city as well as some of the countryside of Belize. Our tour guide Jay was awesome, telling us some of the history, economics, and other things about his country.
So ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be doing the Lamanai tour today, or am I wrong?
Yeah.
I think your ticket said crocodile wrestling and bungee jumping! No? For the ones who said yes, get out of my bus. Alright, because you guys are doing the Lamanai tour today. So it is very hot, very humid. Temperatures expected for today is supposed to be the peak at 106 degrees.
We are here. Oh. This is a neat place. Let's go find our way. I think we have to walk over there. There's the stairs. Oh, that's a neat little view.
We made our way to the second level where lunch was being served.
So we're going to get a authentic lunch with fried plantains, some rice, chicken. Just a little bit. Thank you. That'll work. And a little of that. Thank you.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Good or you want the other piece? Is that good?
What's that?
Is that good or you want the other piece of chicken?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. Count it?
And a little bit of those, just like two. Thank you. Well, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Some fried rice and beans, plantains, potato salad, and chicken.
The lunch was delicious and very flavorful.
That's a lot of outboards. On the boat.
After lunch, we took a 20-minute boat ride through a canal that led into the New River. Lamanai is a Mesoamerican archaeological site. It was once a major city of the Mayan civilization, located in the north of Belize near the border with Guatemala. The term Lamanai means submerged crocodile. After we got off the boat, we walked up a small trail to where the museum is located. However, we did not go in because it was pretty late in the day. The first archaeological site is the Temple of the Jaguar. The temple is 96 feet tall, although archaeologists believed it is actually much taller, but it has not been completely excavated. To the Mayan people, jaguars were revered because they were said to be able to go between this world and the spirit world. This is the Jaguar Temple, and behind us you can see it is meant to be the face of a jaguar. You've got the two eyes there and over there, the nose here in the middle, the mouth there, and the ears were actually gauges with jade in them.
Right here is where they found many skulls and bones of deer and jaguar
That had been sacrificed to the gods at
Yes.
the temple behind us.
sacrificed. This is hieroglyphics on the stone. If you look carefully, you can see them right in here and up towards the top in here.
As we were looking around the Temple of the Jaguar, we looked up and saw something extraordinary. Howler monkeys were in the trees above us.
Found a monkey. We got a monkey. Wow, that is really cool. There's two of them up there, maybe three.
After leaving the Temple of the Jaguar, we came upon the ball court. Here, the tour guide explained the ancient game that the Mayans loved to play. It featured a rubber ball that you would hit with your head, hip, knees, or elbows. According to the guide, the captain of the winning team was sacrificed at the conclusion of the game at the High Temple, located nearby. The High Temple is 108 feet tall and was used for religious purposes, including animal and human sacrifices.
Like I said, after the winning team, comes the sacrifice of the captain of the team. Don't confuse the Mayas with the Aztecs. The Aztecs were the one that decapitated. The Mayas practiced bloodletting. When I said bloodletting, they would use the tail of a stingray. They pierce their tongue. That is where they talk to their god. To their ears, that is where they listen to their gods.
Just to give you a little bit of an idea how tall this thing is.
Well, you're probably 4 or 5 steps. And there are way more than that.
I'm about here, and it goes up probably about 150 feet up, I'm guessing.
The last site we visited was the Mask Temple. This temple has a number of masks carved into them. The guide was telling us that this particular temple has been rebuilt a number of times, usually building a new temple over the top of the old one. The masks themselves are made of limestone, which erodes very easily, so they have been covered up to preserve them. The mask has a headdress of a crocodile, likely an homage to the name of the city. Within the temple, tombs and other artifacts have been discovered. This was the only temple on the site that we were allowed to climb, and Chris just needed to give it a try. Oh my gosh, there you are! Chris is at the top.
All right, I am up on the top, looking down at Ann. Way down there, right there.
Got 2 hands?
Quite the trek up. I can't even imagine if they had to climb up these one by one. This is extremely steep.
Here he comes, the conquering climber.
There's a great breeze up there. There is a very good breeze up there.
It took Chris a few minutes to catch his breath, but I think he really liked being up there. The details in the stonework is incredible. One can only imagine the time it took to carve all this out.
We're done here at the Mayan ruins. And so now we'll take that short boat ride back to the port, or to the bus, and then take the bus back to the port and get on a tender boat back to the ship. And actually, Ann and I were talking about it today. This was a blessing in disguise as to why our boat was delayed as long as it
that
was.
we had, it was delayed.
Yeah, it actually worked out great because we missed the hottest part of the day, and
most of our time here has been in the shade.
as you can see, the sun's starting to go down, so it's still very humid and hot here, don't get me wrong, but the sun is not beating down on you anymore. And so this turned out to be a blessing in disguise. And yeah, happy endings.
By the time we returned back to Belize City, it was dark. We had never taken a tender at night before, so it was a little weird, but the lights from the ship were fantastic. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be alerted of all of our new videos, which come out each week.